Alright, this time around we're going to take a look at the evade option for the AI player. I placed in scene two characters. We have a character that will move around, then we have a character here. The yellow box is going to be the one that represents the evade options. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at some of the new options here for us. So just a quick note on it, when you go to your trigger range, you have the option for evading. So I'm just enabling this one, have it in the have it show, and then it's just going to be set to constant, and the constant is going to be turned on to start with. Alright, so with those settings, I'm just going to allow anything to be able to trigger it, so all these are by default. What we do have though is on the evade option, some of the options right now, it's going to get a little bit more deeper later, but the first round through for evade is going to be a few different ways. You have evade to location, meaning the little brushes you can put waypoints around that he evades to. We'll look at that in the next video. With it, you can do it where they look at it. This one I can have where the player, you look at the player, so when he's running, he'll either look at you or away from you. So he's either running away from you or he's looking at you, in case you want to have like evade and shoot at the same time. The distance, and there'll be another box that shows distance, but distance is going to be how close do you get, once you get inside the evade box, how close do you get to him before he starts to evade out from there. And the reason for this is so that you can actually have an evade max distance and then a min distance for it. Alright, and then what we're going to look at for this one is going to be the evade type for the mode, but there's also going to be, eventually there'll be a wander and an interpose. Both of those are still in work right now. There is a hide. You can actually choose where you want the player to hide to, location based. They can do a flee and an evade. And then you can also say none, which basically means he doesn't evade at all. Alright, and then we'll take a look at a few other options when we do the next set of videos. We'll go through each set of them so you can see the new stuff. But if we have it set to evade right here, when the player comes in, I think it was set for 15 or 20, something like that, which will be about 2 tiles away. So when our player gets around 2 tiles away from the player, he'll actually start to move away. So then, if I was to actually go anywhere around him, he's going to try to keep moving away from me and evading me. So think like if you're trying to pick up a chicken, the chicken's going to constantly go left, right, trying to get away from you. Same kind of idea right there. Alright, so when you want to have the player get into an evading situation, then you can set it up this way. Now, evade only goes to the distance he's supposed to evade to, so he's only like evading 1 to 2 tiles away. So what we're going to do on this one then, and just to show you one more part on it, is that if I was to actually change the evade distance, so say for instance we want to evade, we'll say about 3 away, and actually I'll do this one set up already for it on that one. So one more time through is just to show you the evade with a little bit further distance on it, and it just simply means he's going to be aware of you quicker. When you're not in the box, he's not going to try to evade. When you're in the box, it'll start to evade. So now his evading is a lot further out, so you can't get as close as you want to him like we were before. Alright, so there we go. First look at the evade option.